Hey guys, Joe back here with you for another Diecast review. This time we're going to be looking at Erik Jones's Armor All 164 from the 2021 season. Of course, this one of the last Richard Petty Motorsports diecasts that will be made before the transition to Petty GMS racing. A big move in the off-season, but an even better looking race car. There are a couple flaws maybe with this diecast. We'll go through them as we go through this review. But first, Erik Jones is one of my favorite drivers, so I wanted to make sure I did a review on his car. Let's take a look, though, first at the box. I'm doing this again with my Google Pixel, so I'm sure Google will appreciate me saying that off the top of the thing, but apologies again for some of the shakiness. It's we're working with what we got right now. Erik Jones, Richard Petty Motorsports on the front of the box with this darker blue. A little bit lighter once we throw it up into the light. It matches the Richard Petty Motorsports logo blue color. Barcode, NASCAR, Action Racing Collectibles. You got the top of the box. Everything's pretty much standard, right? Bottom of the box with still the old GM logo. Actually, I had gotten some new NASCAR Authentics, and this GM logo on Wave 9. Haven't found Wave 8 yet, but Wave 9 is actually updated to the new General Motors logo. So that is a cool little detail that we'll probably see updated into next year. And then the box is, of course, Erik Jones, number 43 Armor All 2021 Camaro ZL1 Limited Edition 164 scale stock car collectible. So that's the box. Look at that, we got that done 2 minutes into the video. We're already done with the box. Let's take a look at the car, though, because that is what you want to see. Of course, this one is also available in Wave 7 of NASCAR Authentics. I always preach that if you can get the NASCAR Authentics version, and if you're playing with these, or maybe you're a stop motion maker, those NASCAR Authentics versions aren't bad, especially because they're going to save you money, right? They're going to save you about $3-4 depending on what time of the year the car that you're buying first was offered. So they're not a bad option at all. The Gold Series, though, they have the box. It's a reusable box and stuff. So, the Gold Series is probably preferred for, if you have a little bit of extra money. They're easier to get, of course, because you can buy them from our friends at Circle B Diecast and use that code JTN at checkout. But it's a lot easier to, of course, get the Gold Series and get the cars that you want because you can pre-order them, right? You can do all those things. Where if you get a NASCAR Authentics, you gotta hopefully find it in the store. There's also, of course, exclusives that come along with NASCAR Authentics. So there's upsides to both, but if maybe you're getting it for a younger sibling or a kid or cousin or whatever it may be, a nephew, a niece, you're gonna want to make sure that you get the Authentics versions. Is probably the better way to go because it'll be played with, right? It'll be played with more like a toy. They're still toys. I don't care what anyone says. They're toys. They're meant to be played with, especially the 164s. So, there's that. They are diecast models, though, too. I'm sure I offended both sides, or offended a vast majority of the collectors, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm telling you what I think. So, just a quick little spin on this car. We'll talk about some of the deficiencies, I guess would probably be the best way to put it. But on the side, of course, you have the NASCAR Cup Series logo, the Petty swooshes that are now gone for 2022. So that's going to be cool to see. The 43, you have this gray design. It's a dark gray. It shows up black with the way the light is, but there you can kind of tell it's dark gray. United States Air Force, Armor All. On the B post, you have Mack Tools, STP, and Mack Trucks. Erik Jones' name rail, his signature icon with the American flag, Club Wyndham, Transportation Impact, and Safety Clean, as well as the American Ethanol logo there. Nice color orange. Some of the details with the paint scheme, it's really hard to tell here from this video. I'm watching it on my screen now, but there is supposed to be a slight little fade. On the diecast, though, it is not a fade. It goes from this light orange to this darker, more saturated orange. So that has been something that Lionel has struggled with, is those gradients. You can really tell on the 124 of this car, as well as his, I believe it's his RP funding car from the Clash last year, that they struggled with those gradients. So it sucks, right? but it's still a really good-looking race car. This is definitely the better of the two. That RP funding car really struggles because of the gradient. This one you can't tell as much. So that's not a reason not to get this car, but it is something that I know a couple of our friends that are Erik Jones fans really did not like to see. I'm right there with them. On the back, you got the STP logo, ZL1LE Camaro 43. Do have a little bit of warp with these logos kind of going around to the back of the car. On the car that I received, unfortunate, again, these are little issues that they're little issues, so they slip through the quality control, right? On the right side, it's the same as the driver's side. You have that STP 50 years logo as well. Forgot to mention that on the other side. And you just have the same thing, right? It's the same paint scheme, it's symmetrical. On the front, of course, it's the Camaro nose. Again, these newer Camaros, after, 2020, they flatten the nose a little bit. You could definitely tell between a 2020, 2021 Camaro and a 2019 Camaro. You can find that difference. You can tell that difference. It's pretty cool. On the hood, you have Armor All, of course, the big logo. It's got a nice little outer glow around it. Erik Jones' name, of course, on the roof, or on the front banner and the back banner. There you see the 43 in the orange with the Check It for Andretti logo on the roof. A white roof as well. Gives it that extra little contrast, that extra little pop, which looks really, really good. Of course, some of the backstory behind this car, Armor All is part of the Energizer, which bought STP. If I recall correctly, so that's why Armor All was on this car for the 500. It was pretty much STP, right? It's an extension of that partnership. That STP 50 years logo, of course, was on the car all throughout the year. They ran the STP throwback to Andretti at Darlington in the spring for the throwback race. So STP very much still part of Richard Petty Motorsports, Petty GMS Motorsports. A lot of ums in this video, huh? The orange on this car, though, is fantastic. I love orange race cars because we don't have a lot of them, right? It was the Eris cars and this Armor All car, and I can't really think of too many other orange cars. Maybe the yellow transportation car back in the day. But not a lot of orange race cars out there. Prominent orange race cars. Of course, the Hooters cars have orange on them as well. Don't want to forget any for the Chase Elliott fans out there. Not a lot of really prominent orange cars these days, so really cool to see a bright orange Armor All car. It sticks out. Good-looking paint scheme. Of course, Erik Jones, the new driver in 2021 of the 43, and will continue to be that driver into next season with Petty GMS. With all that being said, though, of course, you can head on over to our friends at CircleVDiecast.com if you want to get this Gold Series Edition version of this car. You can head on over there now. I'll make sure to throw that link in the video description below. You can also get the 124 version. I believe there's a color chrome. We'll still throw the normal standard 124 edition down there in the description as well. You can remember to use our code JTN at checkout for free shipping on your order of $20 or more. It does us a big help as we're kind of going into the new year, launching some new things. Don't know if this is going to be on said new thing. I'm thinking about it. But you might just see a little extra JTN out there on your screens. But with all that being said, folks, can't thank you enough for watching. Of course, this was the review on Erik Jones' Armor All 2021 164 Gold Series Edition NASCAR Diecast from Lionel Racing. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe to us right here on our YouTube. You can also follow us at Jotone Network on Twitter and Facebook. That's another great way to make sure you stay up to date with us. With all that being said, though, folks, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time right here on JTN.